The Bilderberg Conference usually includes high-ranking American officials. Former Treasury Secretary Lloyd Bentsen was a regular for many years. Taxpayers allegedly pick up the tab, but their public servants aren't allowed to reveal anything about the proceedings. In recent years, the secrecy surrounding the conference has grown even tighter ever since protesters disrupted a World Trade Organization meeting in Seattle. Bilderbergers want to avoid any similar demonstration that would bring even more attention to their famous and famously secret meetings.
When you've got organizations which bring together the most influential people in power from around the world, who meet in secret, who try as much as they can to keep knowledge of the event quiet, and then their policies become policy in fact in the world, then you start to surely ask very serious questions.
In 1954, Prince Bernhard of the Netherlands invites a group of Western European and North American leaders to a weekend conference at the Hotel Bilderberg in Oosterbeek, Holland. The meeting is held in secret, and they decide to make the conference an annual private retreat, which continues to this day. Attendees are believed to include Henry Kissinger, Bill Clinton, David Rockefeller, Tony Blair, Peter Jennings, and an endless list of princes, chancellors, ambassadors, and media magnates.
In my experience, especially in Europe, quite frequently the military itself is deployed. Then there's a large number of uniformed, armed cops.
Jim Tucker is a self-appointed Bilderberg watchdog. At the 1999 conference in Portugal, Tucker tries to get close to the hotel where the meeting is taking place.
And the cop bragged, we have snipers on top of those boulders up there. And if anybody going over that fence day or night, they're going to stay over that fence. So apparently they take security rather seriously.
The reason for all the security, say the conspiracy advocates, is obvious.
I don't think 120 of the world's most powerful men get together to play pinochle.
This is where the ruling elite within these secret societies go and gather and compare notes and apparently set agendas. One of the members of the Bilderbergers years ago said that they talked about opening up China, and within months, President Nixon had gone and opened up China to the West.
The Council on Foreign Relations. Today, the CFR maintains that its goal is to increase America's understanding of the world. However, the actual objective of this highly exclusive club is revealed by the rare admissions of the insiders themselves. For 2 years, Professor Carol Quigley is allowed to examine the confidential papers and secret records of this network. Quigley reveals that these men aim to create a world system of financial control in private hands, able to dominate the political system of each country and the economy of the world as a whole. In short, they seek total and quiet control of the entire world, and the CFR is their most visible conduit for carrying out that agenda. CFR members include America's wealthiest tycoons, as well as the highly placed elite in government, academic institutions, tax-exempt foundations, and the establishment media. Ruling Class Journalists, written by Richard Harwood, describes the CFR membership as the ruling establishment in the United States. The Washington Post article boasted that news reporters who are CFR members do not merely analyze and interpret foreign policy for the United States, they help make it. Who are these policymakers? Many of their faces are familiar. NBC's Tom Brokaw, CBS's Dan Rather, ABC's Barbara Walters, Jim Lehrer of PBS, William F. Buckley of National Review, media mogul Rupert Murdoch, owner of the giant multifaceted News Corporation. These media heavyweights, and many others like them, are members of the CFR. Powerful corporations are also invited to become members. At the close of the 20th century, CFR influence presided over far-reaching consolidations of media control. In 1995, CFR members Michael Eisner of Disney and ABC's Thomas Murphy merged their media empires. Soon after the merger, the Disney-ABC empire becomes a CFR corporate member. In the year 2000, the world's largest internet service provider, America Online, joins forces with Time Warner, one of the world's largest news organizations. The CEOs favoring the move are CNN's Thomas Johnson and Time Warner's Gerald Levin, both CFR members. Once again, another media giant is created under the shadow of CFR influence.
There's been suspicion that the Holy Inquisition would rape and pillage a village like it was their privilege. Take an old tradition as they hold the pole position. Men were strangely told to listen, change the religion or they would end up missing. Christian mysticism, quick to throw a fist into the system. Proof they've lied, crucified, more than just Judah tribe. No suicide, many were slowly burned on the stake by church and state concerned that men had learned they were fake. Rome, she seems a little bit strange to trust, causing chains to rust, living in vain with lust, denying the home. Rightful Church of James the Just, from flames to dust, her games are dangerous. Son of Joseph, brother of Jesus, could shatter your image no matter what your belief is. Read Josephus, if you don't believe this, you might just miss the righteousness he teaches. Hands down, this ain't no Dan Brown fictional book. We got plans now to make you understand how to listen and look. Listen and look, cause if you don't listen and look, you could be missing the hook. Put your hands down, this ain't no Dan Brown fictional book. We got plans now to make you understand how to listen and look. Listen and look, cause if you don't listen and look, you could be missing the hook.
Yo, I'm a walker of the wilderness, a talker of the truth. Static speaking revelation, did he must he bring the proof? A show and tell of those who fell from heaven to earth. They're knowing well for raising hell since Canaan is cursed. This is Gog and Magog marching on the Middle East. The war of the whore versus the shepherd and sheep. So if you marks got marksmen, better fasten your scope, cause it be like Samson with the jawbone, Jack and the Pope. And if you haven't heard, Emperor Selassie is back, seen in flames of fire with his lines intact. I'm inspired to rap, put down a scrap with Bush. Yo, an eye for an eye, we'll take it back to Kush. From the caves of Qumran in the days of Damascus, we blaze like sun rays of the sage and the Baptist. If you frame that picture, you better change the caption. Don't let your brains be captured by the deranged and Catholic.
Hands down, this ain't no Dan Brown fictional book. We got plans now to make you understand how to listen and look. Listen and look, cause if you don't listen and look, you could be missing the hook. Put your hands down, this ain't no Dan Brown fictional book. We got plans now to make you understand how to listen and look. Listen and look, cause if you don't listen and look, you could be missing the hook. Now the blind, legless, and the lepers are afraid of ya. From Simon Magus up to the shepherds of Arcadia. History rewritten, read the writings of Qumran, the mysteries that are hidden within the paintings of Poussin. With more brute force than Brutus in his chariot, they tried to mute the source of Judas Iscariot. Turn many off his